My boyfriend cheated and kissed me goodnight like nothing happened, so I just let him drown in the same panic he gave me. I found out about the cheating because Orion was stupid, not because I went looking for it. He left his tablet on the couch one night while he was in the shower, and a message popped up on the screen from a girl named Talia. The message said last night was fun, followed by a smiley face. I didn't touch the tablet. I just read what was on the screen and went to the bedroom and sat on the bed and waited. When Orion came out of the shower, he picked up the tablet and checked it and put it face down on the coffee table like nothing happened. He came to bed and kissed me on the forehead and said goodnight. That kiss is what made me decide I wasn't going to confront him. Anybody who can kiss you goodnight after getting a message like that from another girl doesn't deserve a clean breakup. He deserves to lose his mind first. I want to be clear about something. I never cheated on Orion. Not once. What I did was worse for him because I made him believe I did without ever giving him proof. The first thing I did was change my routine. I started going to the gym after work instead of coming straight home. I'd been saying I wanted to start working out again for months, so it wasn't suspicious at first, but I made sure I showered at the gym before I came home. Orion noticed by the third day. He asked why I was showering there instead of at home. I said it was just easier. He looked at me for a second longer than normal and said, okay. The next week I started texting more. I wasn't texting anyone new. I was texting my best friend Rue about everything because she was the only person who knew. But I made sure to smile at my phone when Orion was looking. I'd laugh at a message and then put my phone face down on the table the same way he did with his tablet. He didn't say anything for 3 days. On the fourth day, he asked who I was texting. I said just Rue. He said you've been texting a lot lately. I said have I? Then I picked up my phone and walked to the other room. The next thing I did was start getting ready with more effort. Not over the top. I just started wearing things I hadn't worn in a while. Earrings he bought me that I usually saved for date nights. A little more makeup on random Tuesdays. I'd leave the house looking like I had somewhere to be, even if I was just going to work. Orion started asking where I was going. I said work. He said you don't usually dress like that for work. I said I felt like it. He looked at me the way I used to look at him when I wondered if something was off. It felt good watching him feel that. Then I added the big one. I started being less available. I used to text Orion on my lunch break every single day. I stopped. Not all at once. I just started skipping days. He'd text me at noon and I'd respond at 2. Then I'd respond at 3. Then sometimes I wouldn't respond until I got home. He asked me why I was taking so long to reply. I said I was busy. He said busy doing what? I said just stuff. That word drove him crazy. Stuff. He said that 3 times back to me that week trying to get me to explain. I never did. On a Friday night I told Orion I was going out with Rue. I actually did go out with Rue. We went to dinner and then walked around downtown and I came home at 11. Orion was sitting on the couch waiting. He asked me how dinner was. I said great. He asked where we went. I told him. He asked what I had. I told him. Then he asked who else was there. I said just us. He said are you sure? I said yes. He didn't believe me. I could see it all over his face. He was sitting there doing the exact math I did the night I saw Talia's message on his tablet. He was replaying everything in his head. The gym showers, the texting, the clothes, the late replies. He was building a case against me, except he had actual evidence on his tablet, and I had given him nothing but vibes. That's the part that made it perfect. He had nothing to confront me with because I hadn't done anything, but the feeling was eating him alive. He started checking my phone when I was in the shower. I know because I started leaving it on the counter with nothing to find. He went through my messages with Rue, but Rue and I only talked about the plan in person, never over text. All he saw was normal conversations about food and work and weekend plans.